Thank you. Good evening to one and all. From Seshadripuram Evening Degree College, this session has gone wonderfully. Dr. Enrico has explained the intellectual property rights for the theme of copyright in publishing industry, a tale of conflicting interest. The topic was very much interesting, and he has given a thorough briefing of with examples also how the conflict is arising and how the court or the judgment was given in order to see that education or knowledge is spread without any stoppage to it. And at the same time, I have to say that in previous sessions of the intellectual property rights, we had also many of the guests or the theme speakers who had talked about many of the events of the importance of IP management in the IP laws, and also about thinking of the roots of IP bargain in the legal translate also they had talked about. And today's session was basically for the copyright session and how it can be followed. So basically, I just want to say some of the simple things how when you start with preparing for a book, that is writing, editing, publishing your own book. Once you start preparing your book and you say that your book is ready, then itself it says that already the copyright is immediately put into action. That is, once your book is being put on a paper or it is being typed or put into the media source, it becomes a very much a copyright purpose is already solved. There is no right actually for others to take it. So it's a right of a person who has already brought about his original text into the public domain. So whereas in US, there is copyright office also. You can pay the registered fees and get the copyright registered so that anyone who can face the legal battle in if it arises can make the challenge for this copyright positions also. Whereas also I just want to highlight the point of copyright registration in India at the same time, because the intent of intellectual property right, the copyright is to protect the original work irrespective of its quality or artistic merit. According to Section 13 of the Copyright Act 1957, provides that copyright consists only in an original work. The period of validity of copyright is granted for 60 years in India from its first publication or broadcast to the public. So it is validity is also given according to the registration in India. And I just want to brief some of the types of copyrights which are being followed in the Indian text, because there are many subheadings of the types of copyrights which are coming up. Those are actually literary works, separate, artistic works are there, cinematographic or film works are there which are coming, dramatic works are also coming under the copyrights which are being taken up in Indian type of systems. Just briefing up with the types. First, the literary works which are being done. I just want to say that literary works or fictions, biographics, dramatics, scripts, theses, research works, table compilations, and computer programs, including computer database, are also all these are coming under the literary works, which are the type of copyrights which are being utilized. At the same time, what are the artistic works which come under the copyright are also to be considered. In India, as per Section 2 of the Copyright Act, paintings, graphics, cartoons, photography, drawings, plans, maps, diagrams, charts, models of buildings, and sculpture, all this comes under the artistic works of the copyright types. Whereas in case of cinematography or the films, visual recordings with sound, video digital films, every recorded work with any moving visuals are coming under cinematography or the film works, which are also a type of studies which are under the property rights, copyrights. The dramatic works, which are the other ones, for example, recitation works, performing plays or dramas, or whether it is a deaf and dumb act, also a scenic arrangements of work with choreography, even those things are also coming under the dramatic works under the copyrights. So saying this of the briefings, just coming to the actual procedures, what are the actual procedure usually being followed in India? That is, once you say that you want to apply for a copyright, how the documentation is being done. Usually the application or declaration forms are given in India. The applicant has to file 2 copies of the work which he has done, along with the government fees, which is ranging from 500 to 5,000 rupees, depending on the type of work which he is going to apply. Once he is being applied, the documents which are required, the actually copyright questionnaire is being prepared at the same time. Classification and description of the work what he has done has to be accomplished, and no objection from the author has to be given, and power of autonomy for the copyright filling also has to be provided once he is being given for the application form. Once the scrutiny is or the receipt is given for this application, the copyright department waits for 30 days, and then it issues us the report of acceptance or the report of no objection. Once this is gained, then it can say that you have obtained the copyright for the work which you have done. And just to say that in today's Dr. Enrico has given the difference between how the tug of war or the publishers and the authors, how they face the difficulties or how the fight actually began. He has also said about those publishers versus authors with different examples, how the actual publishers with the high intensity of profile in them, where they do the crucial services at the same time, like printing, binding, design, packaging, distribution, sales, and marketing, all coming under the publisher's head. With their high profile, they can actually, they have the more powers over the authors once you just see it too. So there comes the conflict, as Dr. Enrico has said. At the same time, Dr. Enrico said about the moral rights and especially the integrity right at the same time. He has given a long-standing examples. Even he took the example of an Indian Copyright Act, and also he showed how the court is judging the things according to where the knowledge has to be given, it has to be spread out. With this, I would like to thank the coordinators for this wonderful platform. I would like to thank the coordinators, Rajat sir and Darappa Konnur, and at the same time, thank the students of BCom Seshadripuram Evening Degree College, and thank Principal S.N. Satish, who has organized this wonderful platform. Thanking one and all. A good evening once again.
Thank you.